Welcome to the Live Wide Open podcast. I'm your host, Randy B. Ramirez, the high performance mentor, and I'm here to lead you to become the best version of yourself. This show raises the bar for other motorsport enthusiasts. Holding it wide open is just what we do. Being a great person is who we are, and living our lives to the fullest is the lifestyle that we choose. Yo, my brother, maybe you're the same as me, maybe you're not, but I'm gonna put this out there. Like, for me, I love motorcycles. And if you follow the podcast, if you follow the mission, if you're part of the grind, then you probably love motorcycles too. Or maybe you love some type of other motorsports. But there's a good chance that you love motorcycles. And so for me, I fucking love motorcycles. And I'm super passionate about motorcycles. Like for me, nothing compares twisting the throttle. Nothing compares that feeling of like being in the zone, that feeling of like doing a wheelie or floating on one wheel or doing a stoppie or riding with your friends or just being on a ride in the zone. Like nothing compares to that, and yet so many of us sacrifice the very same things that give us life because we're too locked in on the grind. I'm guilty as fuck of that shit. You see, I kept killing myself. Like I kept saying that, oh, I'm in a season of grind. I'm in a season of putting in the work. I'm in the season of hustle, 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 hustle. And yes, I am in that season, right? And yeah, I need to ride. I need to go. I need to make time for it. But the truth was that I wasn't making the fucking time. I kept making excuses. I kept making fucking some pretty good fucking excuses of why I couldn't go and spend even an hour riding. Even an hour disconnecting. Even I kept making excuses of why it wasn't the right time. And then when I said and I look at the calendar and I was like, yo, I haven't rode in 2 months. This is fucking wild. And this changes right now. And so Friday night, I went out for a stroll. I went out for a stroll. I went out with the homies. I went out to fucking give myself the throttle therapy session that I needed so fucking bad. And I literally locked in. Bro, I got in the zone multiple times. I was like, man, and when you say in the zone, it's in that moment where like everything disappears and like you're just locked in and nothing else around you matters and you're just locked in and doing what you're doing. For me, it was riding, I was doing wheelies, I was doing stoppies and like people around me and all that. I wasn't thinking about the danger, I wasn't thinking about anything, I was just locked fucking in. And man, when I fucking got home, bro, I felt like all the stress that I had, it literally burned off in the wind. Like that ride this past Friday night literally reminded me that riding isn't a luxury for me. Riding is literally therapy. Like that's why I call it throttle therapy. And maybe for you it's also throttle therapy, right? And I fucking love riding. And I needed to remind myself that it wasn't a luxury, that it's a necessity for me to fuel myself. I need to have the throttle therapy. You see, grinding without passion, it leads to burnout. Literally just went through that shit. Like the mission, like hustle is necessary, dog. And I will fucking make sure this shit gets engraved in you. You gotta hustle, you gotta grind, you gotta do more. You gotta be like, in order for you to perform at a high level, you gotta perform more than the average fucking Joe. In order to be extraordinary, you need to do extra from the ordinary. It's just how it comes. It's part of the territory, right? But the grind, right? The hustle, that shit is necessary. But what happens is that it strips you of the passions that refresh you. And so if you're not doing and putting into play the things that refresh you, the things that fuel your soul, your passions, then what happens is that the flame, it dies out. Like for me, riding is a fucking big part of my life. But what happens is that I get so focused on grinding, I get so focused on getting ahead. My schedule is so fucking busy right now that I kept not making it a priority. I kept putting it aside. I kept putting it on next weekend. I'll go out next weekend. I'll go out next weekend. I'll make time. I'll make time. I'll make time. And what happened is that I didn't make fucking time until I realized that it's fucking 2 months I haven't rode it. I'm fucking stressed out as fuck. I'm complaining about everything. I'm fucking bitter. I'm this and that. And I was like, I just need to go riding. And my wife was like, yeah, hey, you need to go riding. Go fucking riding. Like, she knows me. She knows me better than me. And what happened was that I got fucking refreshed. I needed that shit. Like for me, throttle therapy is a necessity. And so I was literally, I let myself get into a season. I let myself, because I'm in a season of grind, because I'm in a season of hustle, because I'm in a season of getting ahead, because I'm in that season of just put your fucking head down and make shit happen, that I thought that I didn't need to ride. But the truth of the matter is that I need to ride in order to create passion. I need to ride in order to feel refreshed. I needed to ride in order to have that reset button. Right? Like if you lose the joy of riding, or maybe for you is lifting, or maybe for you is driving, or whatever it is that fuels your spirit, you literally become a shell. You become empty. You become like, you lose your fire. You lose like the air you need to breathe. And that passion that we have is fucking oxygen. And so a fire without oxygen, it fucking dies. And so what is your oxygen? Like for me, is the passion of riding. For me, is the passion of the motorcycles, is the fuel, all this shit. Like riding is my therapy, and that fuels my fire. What is it for you? Maybe it's riding. Hopefully it is riding. Maybe we could ride together. Who knows? Maybe it's driving. Maybe it's more sports. Maybe it's going on your boat. Maybe it's lifting. Maybe it's whatever it is. What is your riding therapy, right? And so for me, riding clears my mind. Riding gets me in tune with who I am. Riding clears my stress. Riding focus, like it creates more focus in my life. It sharpens my focus, I should say. Writing gives me more presence. Writing gives me like a better mood. Writing puts me in a better mood. Writing puts me in this mode of like, man, if I'm writing at least once a week, I'm like, yo, I'm fucking doing good. I'm not worried about the problems. I'm not worried about what's happening. I'm not worried about that I got this going on, because I know that I'm going to be able to go and release some stress. And so for me, the throttle therapy is become a necessity. And it took me going through this season of struggle and of stress to really find out. And I've known this, and it's funny because I go through these seasons and I ride and I'm like, yo, I need to do this more often. I need to do this more often. But then in the season of grind, I'm like, nah. I need to grind and a hustle. But the problem is that I forget, because I get stuck and I get locked in trying to get ahead and trying to make moves and I was like, no, this is more important. But the moment I'm mid wheelie, or I'm in the stoppie, or I'm in the zone, like I flash back to Friday night when I was out with the homies, like everything else faded away. That literally was mindfulness on steroids for me. Like that throttle therapy, those riding sessions, those locking in when I'm in the zone, when I'm fucking, man, it's literally a mental reset on my motorcycle. It's literally mindfulness on steroids, for me at least. It's literally something that I needed and that I fucking am so glad that I put into play. Like I came home lighter, I came home sharper, I came home in a better mood, I came home more connected with myself. I came home and like that next morning, like I stayed up pretty late Friday night, even though I knew I needed to wake up early on Saturday. I still got up early. Like I obviously you needed your rest and all that stuff, but I only slept a little bit and I was like, I felt refreshed. I felt like lighter. I felt like more alive. I felt like, damn, I fucking needed this shit. And I forgot to make space for play. It happens to the best of us, right? Because if you're grinding, if you're working, if you're hustling, if you're trying to get ahead, you know that the grind is part of the process. But being your best version means that you're balancing your grind with your play. And I know that sounds contradictory, right? Because the hustle culture, you gotta grind, you gotta give it all you got, you gotta fucking do it, you gotta put in the hours, and it does, because that is what we're required. You gotta do more than everyone else in order to fucking thrive. But if you're not making time for yourself to fuel you, to refuel you, to light your energy up, to give yourself passion, to give yourself the thing that fuels your mind, your soul, your purpose, whatever it is for you, for me it's writing, then you're never going to be able to balance it. You're never going to be able to get back in tune with yourself. You're not going to be able to hit that reset button. And so a man who ignores his playtime, like I was, it literally weakens your edge. It literally puts you on the edge. Like it has me on the edge. It had me stressed out. It had me like looking at things differently. It had me looking for problems instead of solutions. It had me in a bitter mood. It had me like looking for things when the answer was right in front of me and all I needed to do was clear my fucking mind. I was ignoring the play and it ended up weakening my edge. Right? And I knew it. And I was like, oh, I need to go riding. Oh, but I'm too busy. Oh, I got this going on. And the reality was that my schedule is fucking crazy. It is. But going out to ride, it really refreshed me. And so the man who feeds his passion, the man who feeds his adrenaline, because we're adrenaline junkies here. If you follow the podcast, you're into motorsports, you're into leveling up, you're into becoming better, then you're a man who chases the adrenaline. It's okay. We admit it. Use it to thrive. Use it to become dangerous. Use it to fucking feed yourself. Use it to become alive. Use it to feel alive. Use it to become sharp. Use it to stay sharp. Use it to become the best fucking version of yourself. So my question to you, my brother, is what passion have you been ignoring in the name of grinding, right? And so for me, my passion is motorcycles, right? I needed to ride in order to bring that passion back, in order to bring that clarity back, in order to release that stress, in order to bring the life back into my life, right? And so my question for you is, what passion for you? Maybe it's riding. Maybe it's riding, maybe it's driving, maybe it's working out, maybe it's, I don't know what it is for you. Well, what passion have you been ignoring in the name of grinding, right? Because we're grinders. We fucking hustle. We get ahead. We do the damn thing. But what happens is that we do that damn thing and we get so focused and so locked into that we forget to fuel our soul. So where have you been ignoring the feeding of your soul? And my challenge for you this week is I want you to schedule one session of passion. Just one this week. One session of passion. Like, it doesn't matter if it's a ride. Hopefully it's a ride. It doesn't matter if it's a ride. It doesn't matter if it's for a lifting session. It doesn't matter if it's a driving session, if it's a music session, or maybe even a wrenching session on your car. Whatever it is, I want you to block the time and I want you to protect it like if it's a fucking business meeting. Schedule the time to reset. Because grinding without passion makes you bitter, brother. It doesn't make you better. It makes you bitter. The fucking problem is that in the grind, while you're in the moment, while you're in that season, no, I gotta grind. No, I gotta work more. No, I gotta do this. No, I gotta wake up early. No, I gotta, and yes, those are all things that we need to do. But if you don't give yourself a moment to disconnect, to feed your passion, to feed your adrenaline, to feed what makes us feel alive, then you're gonna burn yourself out. Just like I did. You're gonna get to a point where you're like, oh fuck, I don't want to do this shit. And it almost got me to a point where I'm like, yo, fuck this shit. I'm gonna give up on my 1,000 day count. And now I'm like, yo, what the fuck? I can't believe I even let that thought process in my mind. Now I'm like, yo, I needed that reset. I'm about to hit halfway point. I didn't come this far to only come this far. What the fuck? We're reset it. We're gonna become stronger. We're gonna become faster. We're gonna become better. We're gonna ride more, and we're gonna have more clarity more often. And this is all things that just connected. And I got home and I was feeling on fire. I was feeling less stress. I literally felt like the stress was fucking pulled away from the wind. Maybe it was because I was going 100 and something mile an hour. I don't know, but that shit felt great to me, bro. Literally, ride more, stress less, fuel the warrior inside of you. Become the best version of yourself. Fuel your passions. Like grind like a motherfucker. Get ahead, put in the work, but also make time for what fuels you, dog. That's how you revive. That's how you become passionate. That's how you show up in a good mood. That's the secret sauce to continue to grind consistently for long periods of time. When you feed your drive, when you feed your passion, and you mix it with the hustle, you become unstoppable. Yo, I'm driving the checkered flag deep into the ground and I'm calling every wide open warrior who refuses to accept nothing but the best in their life. It's time to break free from everything that's been holding you back and become the badass motherfucker that you were meant to be. The Live Wide Open movement, man, this is the mission that God has tasked me with. And helping you level up is exactly what I'm here to do. Hit that subscribe button so you never miss another episode. And if today's message hit home, my brother, then it's time to do your part and contribute to the growth of this mission. Send this podcast episode to another brother. Send this podcast episode to another rider. Send this podcast episode to another motorhead, to another gearhead, to another warrior who's on the same mission as we are, because a better life for our family is non-negotiable. You have people counting on you, and it's time to get to fucking work, dog. Let's go!